Yeah, might as well dress up appropriately for this review. So yeah, Barbie. It's great, what can I say? This is the biggest shock that I had this year and will most certainly be in my top 5 favorite movies of 2023. Now let me just say this beforehand, if you take this movie at face value and assume that it's just another silly generic kids movie, then you're gonna get the biggest surprise of your life like I did. Every time I think I know where this movie is going, it just takes a left turn every time, and that's what kept me engaged throughout the entire thing. I mean, do you ever wish to watch a movie where Michael Cera beats the shit out of a bunch of Ken dolls? You do? Well, don't worry, this movie's got you covered. But what is a movie without flaws? And Barbie is definitely no exception to this rule, so I must say the stuff that I don't like about this movie to just get it out of the way so I can say the stuff that I really do like about this movie. The pacing of the third act of this movie is very messy. Like at one point you have Will Ferrell as the CEO chasing after Barbie due to a massive plot point, but then after that we just cut to another point of the movie of which I will talk about later. And then when we cut back, I was like, oh yeah, that plot point exists. Of which it was never resolved. It just ended abruptly. I also don't get this movie's version of a magical portal. Like essentially you take a bunch of vehicles including a rocket ship and roller skates to get between Barbie world and real world, and some humans did that, so I gotta ask, how did they manage to get through all that without eating or drinking or needing to go to the bathroom? My last problem with this movie, yes, that's how good it is that I don't get the age demographic for this movie. It's a Barbie movie, so you would assume that it would be for children, but then again, this is the same movie where Barbie gets harassed, objectified, called a bimbo, and a fascist. I'm sorry, am I watching the same movie right now? It also tackles subjects like female empowerment and patriarchy and gender roles, so who is this movie for? My only answer could be teenagers. As for everyone else, you're gonna be very confused watching this. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the good stuff. Like I said, this movie tackles the subject of female empowerment and women in their positions, and it does mention it a good amount of times in this movie. Maybe it got a little bit too ham-fisted by like the 50th time they mentioned it, but they do get their message across. At one point, one of the characters goes on a 2-minute speech about all of this, as well as the fact that the world is a cruel place and part of us just has to accept it. I really like that, and Ken also gets his moment to shine here. Now, I'm not gonna talk about what he does later for, spoilery reasons, but I will just say this. Where they take the direction for his character, I find it very hilarious and also satisfying at the same time. But I will say this, there is an all-out battle between all the Kens in Barbie worlds, and let me just say this, if once you get to that segment and you understand the context behind it, it will probably be the funniest part of the movie for you. The casting is excellent. Margaret Robbie and Ryan Gosling are perfect as Barbie and Ken respectively, and everyone else does good too. The backgrounds, the sets, the props, the visuals, all is all on point. Everything in this movie is just chef's kiss. The ending of this movie is also really sweet too. Again, not gonna spoil it, but I'll just say that they handled this ending very respectfully and emotionally too. And finally, the comedy. Yeah, this movie is really funny. All the jokes are on point, and there's even a censored swear word of which almost got me laughing. So there you go. Now you know there's a censored swear word in here, and it will come out as the most unexpected way possible, of which you are probably going to laugh. Yeah, what can I say? It's the Barbie movie, 9 out of 10. A movie way more mature than I initially thought. Unlike something like Velma, a self-proclaimed adult TV show, but is in fact the most childish shit I have seen. Anyways, I'll see you all next time. Now if you excuse me, I'm gonna go hop in my pink car and listen to the Barbie soundtrack.